And I think you can share your screen also, please. Hello, Joe.
Oh, sorry. Thank you very much. And I hope you can hear me now. So
yes, please, you can.
Sure. My task is to focus on how do you position yourself for the world of work. My senior brother took us through the skills that are needed for the world of work. Whether the skills that are needed, we have them. My brother then talk about the fact that the kind of work you'll be expecting may not be available, whether you like it or not. He gave us examples of the kind of skills you have now. He used the teller example. If you want to open a travel and tour, what skills do you have now and what are the new skills? My brother also showed us the skills, new skills that will be coming up in 2025. So for me, I'll spend time talking about the strategies for positioning ourselves, and I'll go through what makes you exceptional. Why should you be employed? Why should people consider you? And how do you position yourself for the job market? And what are the key building blocks for personal positioning? And what does positioning mean? So I'll give you from my own perspective as a Ghanaian working here, my experience with what goes into positioning and how people I know, people I've mentored, people I've coached, have been able to position themselves in the market as well. One of the things I need us to understand is that no one is going to spend more time thinking about your career than you. So you need to own your career. You need to personally own it. It is yours. Think about it. Nobody is going to think about what you are going to do in the near future. Everybody is busy thinking about themselves. So it is about you. The world is changing so quickly, whether we like it or not. The world is changing so quickly. You meet people in Ghana and they work remotely. So there are skills that are needed for the future of work. So what skills do you have? What skills have you developed? Where are you now? What do you know how to do? What skills, what soft skills? So things are moving from having hard skills. It's no more about a certificate. Yes, they talk about the certificate, but when people are recruiting, there are other things they consider. I want us to watch this video. Then I'll explain further. Watch it closely. It's about snakes, but please watch it so that we'll learn something about it. Thank you.
A snake's eyes aren't very good, but they can detect movement. So if the hatchling keeps its nerve, it may just avoid detection.
basically from this video, you can put your chat, what you think and what your expression of whatever is going on, what you think in advance about the video. But what I want you to understand is that this is typical of us. We are all chasing one job. So you go for recruitment and there are about 20, 30 people applying for the same position. And all of them have the same qualification. They all have a first degree. Even most of them have first class. So who will you select? Why should you be selected? What skills do you have? What makes you exceptional? Remember, you may be targeting a job that may not be available, or the job may have changed because of a certain skill. And these skills are soft skills. That is why this training is actually coming on for you. So IDMC gives you the opportunity to learn those soft skills. And those soft skills are not normally taught at the university level. You can only learn them when you join a certificate program like what they are organizing to learn. So what are the soft skills that you need? How can you solve problems? How can you use Canva to develop things? How can you develop your presentation skills? So you realize that everybody was chasing. That is exactly what happens. Anytime there's an advert, everybody is chasing for the same job. What job is available for you? What skills will get you the job? Remember, some of your colleagues are getting jobs. What are they doing? What are they doing? What is making them get those jobs? Remember, there are certain skills that you need for the new decade. Martin talked about those skills. What skills do you have? But let me tell you something about personal positioning. When you go for interview, when you want promotion, one of the key things that they are interested in is your character. What is your character? How do you communicate? What are your non-verbal communication skills? How do you even communicate? How do you introduce yourself? It's your character. And you meet people who come for interviews, people want promotions, and don't know, they have attitude. It follows them. They have pride. They go for interviews, they are arguing. Every day, they think they are right. Who will employ you when you don't know how to personally position yourself in a team? Who will employ you when you don't know how to position yourself among your colleagues? We need to think through this. In the job market, if you want promotion, you should think about how do I position myself? And the key building blocks for positioning yourself is one, always look for the target audience. You cannot be doing everything. You cannot have skills for everything. You position yourself based on something. So what are you positioning yourself on? The fact that you graduated with accounting doesn't mean you can do every accounting work. What is your specialization? What are you known for? And what do you stand for? You meet people, what can you do? I can do everything. What is everything? We should understand clearly that when we are sending jobs for people in the office, it's based on their expertise, it's based on their strength. So you listening to me, what is your strength? Your strength will help you to position yourself in the job market. Anybody who employs you, anybody who wants to work with you, want to know what you are offering. So when you go for an interview and they ask you, what do you offer? What do you tell them? They want to know the value you are bringing on board. Probably they have sacked people and they want to employ you. What are you bringing on board? What is your technical know-how? What is your understanding of what they actually offer? Listen, you can build your personal positioning strategy if you know the experience and the expertise that makes you credible. In today's job market, credibility, honesty, empathy is key. How are you selling yourself? What do you offer? What skills do you have? People go for interviews and they ask them, what is your personal goal? They don't know. But it's true, they don't know. They've not thought about it. Who will employ you when you don't have a personal goal? Who? Nobody will put you into positions when they know you yourself. You don't know what you want to do in the next 2, 3, 4 years. So what do you want to do? What is your positioning strategy? And for me, when you ask me, I'll tell you that if you want to position yourself, it has to start from your mind. Your positioning strategy from my side means that you should start from your mind. What is in your mind? Are you positive about issue, or as for everything you complain? When it is ready, you complain. When you go and there's food, we are going to buy food and there's a queue, you are complaining. Every single day you want to complain. In your mind, everything you need to complain. Secondly, you position yourself with your attitude. People are getting employment based on their attitude. You go for scenario interviews, Now, Mona, you are there. Is that all for you? Listen, you need to look at your attitude. People are losing jobs because of their attitude. Recently, somebody applied for a job. We called the referee. The person gave the referee name. When we called the referee, said this guy, when he was in school, he wasn't even coming to class regularly. Your attitude, it follows you everywhere you go. A guy resigned from one company, joined another company. We called the former company. They said, if you want your company to collapse, it is the attitude. So check your mindset and check your attitude. And you position yourself with your appearance. Your visual image is selling. What is your appearance? You don't take good care of yourself. You don't know any manners. Is that how you position yourself? When they have not asked you to talk, you are talking. You don't know how to keep silence. You don't know how to keep calm. You are not consistent with your delivery. And I'm saying it again. You position yourself first in your mind. If you are listening to me this evening, what is in your mind? If you are envy of other people, nobody will employ you. If you are not challenging yourself to succeed, nobody will employ you. If you think people should do things for you, nobody will employ you. Think about it in your mind. Secondly, look at your attitude. You know your attitude. You are laughing, right? You know your attitude. You know your appearance. You dress anyhow. That will not position you. So there are people in organizations, nobody wants to make them a manager because they don't know how to dress. And you position yourself based on your actions. What are your actions? Anytime you are shouting, you are not calm, you don't think about issues, everything you want to react because you want to be the best. Hey, Makumanye. Listen, in the job market, how would they position you when you are Kumanye? Listen, the actions you take with your team, the actions you take during meetings will determine how you are positioning yourself. Now, think about it. We position ourselves with words. Don't you have friends who are very negative? Every single thing they are negative. Every single thing they will talk about. Listen, that is how you are positioning yourself. And you are positioning yourself also with your focus. And this is my observation in Ghana. People don't know how to position themselves in their mind. They don't know. Their attitude is worse. Their appearance is crazy. When you talk about the way they dress, they get annoyed. Their actions, inactions, they don't care. They don't know it affects their positioning strategy. And their words, they use words that doesn't express anything. They speak bad of other people. Who will employ you if that is your attitude? I need us to watch this. Please give me your comment, give me your feedback, send me questions. I need you to watch this to know how do you value yourself? What is your value? What is your self-value? You go for interviews, they ask you, how much do you want to be paid? You don't know. Or give me any amount you can give everybody. No. Whether you are starting job, you should know your positioning. You should know your value. You should know how much you cost the organization. So let's watch this. As I said, give me your comments. I'm interested. I'm interested in your comments, okay? Thank you.
Mom? How much is my life worth?
Well, that's a big question. Hold that thought. Take the stone and find out how much it's worth. And when you're done, return home. I'll enter that special question for you.
Mom!
TJ, what did you discover?
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me how much this is worth?
I don't know, little man. I'll give you a banana for it.
Excuse me, sir. How much would the museum pay for this stone?
I love your enthusiasm, kid, but we don't need one of these in our collection now. Thank you, though.
This gem you have here is the most perfect gem I've ever seen. I can't imagine its value. To me, it appears priceless.
How much is it actually worth? And what does it have to do with the value of my life?
People will value you based on their point of view, their level of information, and their belief in you. But that doesn't change the fact that you are priceless. Remember, surround yourself with people who value you, just like the jeweler valued that gem, with love, care, and affection. Because, baby, you are truly priceless.
Okay, so thank you. So you realize that if you know your price, okay, you know your value, you know who you surround yourself with. When you know your value, you know programs and occasions and networking events that will interest you. When you know your price, you know how the profile you create for yourself online. Think about it. How are you positioning yourself for the job market? You, what is your brand? Have you developed a personal brand? What do people say about you? What is your unique selling proposition? You, why will people employ you? Why are people interested in you? In fact, if you want to be employed, then now the moment you send your CV, they go online. What do they see online? Who is even giving you referral? Who is mentioning your name? What are you tagging? What information are you tagging? And what are people saying? Now, the new job skills that people are asking, are you flexible? Are you adaptable? Can you work with people from diverse backgrounds? So that's the question they're asking. And what experience do you have? What are the gaps in your CVs? When you apply for a job, that's what they look out for. What are the gaps? Where have you worked? And are you able to articulate yourself, who you are and what you do? Or when they ask you, what can you do? I'm here to work. Is that an answer? They ask you to introduce yourself, then you say, I'm here. You are here to do what? What is your value? Nobody wants to employ you because you are here. People want to employ you because of what you offer. And what you offer is key and important to the organization. So think about yourself. If you're already working and you want promotion, please be very authentic. Don't be fake. Stop faking. And if you have responsibility, please work on them and keep record of your accomplishment, because when you go for an interview for promotion, that is what you talk about. And always take an initiative. When you go for a meeting and they ask you for your opinion, don't tell them I don't have any opinion. You should have an opinion. Critical thinking, as my brother said, is one of the skills you need for the future of work. Who told you they want people who will say yes? They want people who challenge the status quo. What are you challenging? They want people who are solution-oriented, not people who are always complaining. They want people who are professional and people who understand the work that they do. So let me take you through the 10 strategies that I want you to think about as we position ourselves for the future of world of work. 1, think and act globally. Listen, you live in Ghana. I've seen a lot of my friends, they are in Ghana, a lot of lecturers, but they teach outside. When you're teaching outside, the people are different cultures, different ways of thinking, gender values, everything is quite different. If you really, really want to be promoted, if you really, really want to be positioned now, then your thinking needs to change. I won't tell you to think outside the box, because for me, there's no box. Think. Be ready to think. If customers are not buying, be ready to think. If you're not getting a job, be ready to think. Don't use the same CV for every job that you are applying for. No. Every bank has its unique proposition. So know what you're applying for. I meet people who have one CV with one, the only thing they change is the address, and they send it around. Who will employ you? Secondly, grow your digital skills. My senior brother said that today. He mentioned the GPT. He mentioned all the things you need to do. Think about it. Grow your digital skills. Be a specialist. You don't need to go abroad to be a specialist. In Ghana, you can build your skills. And we spoke to us about new skills that are coming. Data mining, all those stuff, systems applications, emotional intelligence. What are you learning? You need to be a specialist. Those old courses we used to do in Ghana, where are you going to work? Where are you going to find work? Who is actually demanding for those skills in the organizations now? People are not interested. So be a specialist. Think about it. If it is finance, is it entrepreneurial financing that you are learning? If it is leadership, is it entrepreneurial leadership? What kind of leadership are you learning? What kind of marketing are you learning? What kind of human resource? Are you in charge of recruitment or training or diagnosis? What at all are you the specialist in? What are you doing? People come and say, I did HR. You did HR and so what? In positioning yourself, there should be something that you should have expertise in. What is it? Ask yourself. And you should always stay curious. Listen, your environment is changing. What are the new digital skills? What are the new technological skills in your world of work? In the current job that you are doing, what are the new technical skills? What are the new things that are happening? And what are you doing? What are you thinking? Or for you, you are just like that. A friend of mine just applied for a job in Nigeria, and they told him that he should know how to use all the technological teaching skills, because that's what he'll be using. He doesn't have to travel there. He has to learn Zoom, how to navigate Zoom, how to navigate teamwork, and he'll be teaching about 150 students. Will you be able to do that? Or as for you, you were born before computer. Think about it. In your area of work, technology is changing things. What are you doing? Be proactive. Don't work in, you meet people. How many years have you worked? In which department? They have been in the same department. As for them, they don't want any challenge. They just want to stick and stay with where they are. How can you grow? You are not positioning yourself when you have worked in one department. What experience do you get? Understand clearly that you need to position yourself. As I said earlier, if you have any question, please put it on the chat. Then we can discuss after my presentation. Be very proactive. When there's a new role, take it in the office, okay? And boost your communication skills. Know how to communicate. You should communicate for people to understand. So it's not just about you communicating, but people understanding exactly what you want to do. Or when you finish talking, people say, oh, they don't even understand what you said. You need to boost your communication skills. You need to learn them, okay? Now think about it. You are not living alone. There are certain new terms, new words that is being used in the current generation. There are certain things that are changing about the way we think, about the way we dress, about the way we analyze issues. That is how you need to think. When they give you work, how can you convert PDF to Excel? Those are the words that they are asking you. If you know how to use Canva, these are key words that people expect you to talk about when they are interviewing you. The old ways of thinking, the old ways of talking, the old ways of doing things. People want you to challenge the status quo. That's why when you go for interview, they will ask you to come out with a document on how you are going to work. Initially, when you go for an interview, they will have the talk with you. They will give you before. Now they want to know what you are coming to do. So think about it. Think about how you interact. You may have your work colleagues in India, in other countries. What will you say? Because you don't understand their language, you can't work with them. And be very consistent. Be very, very consistent with what you do. Be very, very consistent. Have a clearer understanding. Have positive interactions. Know how to interact. Know how to end conversations. Know how to start conversations. Whether you like it or not, you need to interact. Know how to interact on social media. It's not when you are posting all those dirty pictures, all those things. No, that is not interaction. No. That one, what do you want to communicate? Communicate value. So in communicating value, that is how you position yourself. You position yourself in the mind of people. You become priceless. That is what you do. Remember, networking is very important, but who are your friends now? You can't position yourself when all your friends are not working. You can't position yourself when all your friends are drinking and drunk. You can't position yourself when your friends are not reading. You can't position yourself. How do you get to work at the bank when you're always working with other people who don't work with the bank, but they work in other sectors, and your target is the bank? Network, look for them on LinkedIn. You do it. I deliberately identify people I want them to be my friends. It's intentional. I sit, I go on their LinkedIn pages, I search for them. You, who is searching for you? Who are your friends? Do you have friends from diverse backgrounds, or all your friends are people you started growing with? Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. But haven't you noticed that as you are growing, everything about you is changing? Are you moving with them? Some of them have moved on. Where are you? So think about it. Think about your mindset. If you have a passion, pursue the passion. It helps in positioning you. What do you want to do? What at all do you want to do with your life? Are you aware you are priceless? Do you value yourself? Do you know your value proposition? Do you actually know what you offer? All these questions that I'm asking you will help you to position yourself. But please think about it. In positioning yourself, it is your mind. In positioning yourself, it is your attitude. In positioning yourself, it is your appearance. And I said there's a difference between your visual image and your vocal image. When you go to interviews, you are well dressed, they will like you. But when you start talking, is there value in it? Think about it. Position yourself. Thank you very much. Martin, thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ayuku. So please, if you have questions, kindly raise your hands by using the hand up icon or emoji, and then we'll just unmute you, then you ask your questions. If you can't talk wherever you are because it's noisy, you can please type into the chat box and then we'll read it out. Your question can be whether to Mr. Intem or Dr. Ayuku. Okay, so whilst we wait for those who have questions or contributions, I still have some airtime here I would like to share. So it's coming from IDMC. It's a thank you for joining, but we cannot give everybody the airtime. So if you're lucky, then you receive it. So I have, please, I'm spelling out the digits. 1 2 8 9 2 5 8 8 5 7 7 6 7 8. 1 2 8 9 2 5 8 8 5 7 7 6 7 8. Please let us know if you receive the airtime. You can also ask questions about, okay, so Asana Abdullahi got the airtime, so that's fine. Thank you very much and congratulations to Asana. So you got a replacement for your data for joining this session. You can ask questions, if not about this presentation, but about our upcoming course, which is the 2 weeks dual professional course or certificate training in project and innovation management, as well as the second course, which is digital marketing strategy. If you have any questions, because I know we have registrants of those courses and we have alumni as well in this meeting. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Malcolm. Pardon me, please, he's not a professor. So Professor Malcolm, he is going to be a facilitator, main facilitator for the project and innovation management. So let's take note. Those who will be attending the course, you get to see, hear, or meet him, especially for the in-person session. There's a hand up. Ralph, please, you've been unmuted, so you can ask your question,
Okay.
please.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Yeah, I want to find out, you talked about the salary thing, like how much they're going to pay you and you're like, you don't know how much they're going to pay, anything goes. Is it okay you find out from your own search, okay, that, okay, this job I'm going for, this how much it pays for going to the company or the interview? Yeah, that's what I want to find out.
Okay, so I
Okay,
think
thank
this
you.
question goes to Doc.
Yeah, thank you very much. So normally when you go for an interview, you do a research of the company you are going for and the position and how much they pay for that particular position. You need to do that before you go. So one of the ways of doing that is doing what we call a mystery shopping. You go there before, you start talking to people. If you are not able to do that in the industry, what is the minimum amount that they pay for that particular position? And when you go and they ask you, how much do you want them to pay? Please ask them, are they referring to the net or they're referring to the gross? And if there are other allowances, this you can find out. If it is a bank and you are going for an interview at Absa Bank, you can check with Stanbic and other banks. What are the percent? What is the rate that they pay? Remember, anytime they ask you about your salary, ask them. I committed that mistake. I joined a company. I thought my gross was the net. After the subtraction, I was earning less compared to the other managers. So make sure that you ask them, is this salary the net or the gross? Have an idea before you go for the interview. Thank you.
Okay, thank you too.
All right, Doc, I think there's a question in the chat box. It's asking, as an entrepreneur, how does he fit into your presentation?
So as an entrepreneur, you realize that now a lot of people are going into entrepreneur initiative. But the question you ask yourself is that, how do you position yourself and your products? One thing about entrepreneurship is that people buy your products and they want to look at the personality as well. Who is behind this product? So a lot of people make decisions in buying a product based on who sells when it comes to entrepreneurship. So your positioning strategy is key for you and the business as well. So as for an entrepreneur, you should think about the business and yourself. But I'm sure attending this program, which I'll be teaching as well, you have the opportunity to spend more time discussing how to position yourself and how to position your products in the market as well. So that's fine. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, another young entrepreneur is asking that how does he get a coach to direct him on what to do and then what not to do? So I think before Doc comes in, IDMC has such courses. So you can register for any of our courses and then you will get the coaching for after the course, because we provide them as a training support, but then there's a time frame on it. So please, who like to share another airtime with you, please, if you already received any airtime, do not try this one. Let others also get it. So I'm spelling out the digits: 4966 90 59 61 93 56 4966 90 59 61 93 56. So while we wait for the one who received the airtime, we have Larry Gazy, whose hand is up. Please, you've been unmuted. Kindly ask your question. Larry, please, you can go ahead with your question.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello. All right. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to find out. Yeah, great presentation by our resource persons. I want to find out about the course, right? I don't know if that was done earlier and I missed, but I want to understand because for some of us, we are employed throughout the day, so we want to know what times are the courses, or we may need to call. I don't know. How do we find information, the full-on information about the courses, and then when does it run through, from when to when, and all? I can see some of it on the flyer, but I thought it wasn't adequate. So if you could explain more, I'll be glad.
Martin, please answer this question for us.
Okay, so thank you very much. We have 2 courses for this month. One starts in 2 weeks' time. That is Project and Innovation Management. So that is a dual certificate course. So you learn about project management, how to manage projects, and you learn about innovation, creativity, how to innovate in an organization, in your own business. And that is where we'll be meeting Doc again, and then we'll be meeting Prof. Dual certificate means that you are getting 2 certificates after the course. So you will learn for 2 weeks project and innovation management. Then you will take digital marketing strategy course for free. We believe that everybody deserves, digital marketing skills. Everybody needs digital marketing skills. So once you take this one, you get the other one for free. So it will become 3 weeks. The classes are in the evening, 5:30, just like how we had this one, 5:30, but that one ends 8:30. So 3 hours every evening. All the sessions are recorded. Like this session, it is being recorded, and then it will be given to you after the course. So if it's a 3-week course, at the end of every week, you get all the recordings for week 1, so that maybe if you have network issues, you are not able to join for one reason or the other, you get the recordings given to you. So for your question, it is 5:30 to 8:30 every evening for weekdays. So you can join. Then for some of the courses, especially the project management, there is a 1-day optional in-person. So the last day, 27th of May, there will be an in-person session, both in-person and online. So those who are in Accra or can come to the physical training, they'll come for the last day on 27th. So they will come to Kofi Annan IT Center for the last day training, meet Doc and some other facilitators, network, take pictures, have some fun, and then we leave. Those who will not be able to come, they'll get their certificate delivered to them wherever they are. And so we see people, I can see a lot of old boys here, our Cape Coast alumni director, let me put it that way, Asibo and co. So they make sure that the certificate will reach everyone. The second course is digital marketing strategy. But if you are registering for project management, automatically you are taking this one for free. And so that's how come you get 2 certificates. So the first one is 1,500. But we are running an early bird discount because some people, it ended yesterday or it's supposed to end yesterday, but because some of you are new, it has been extended to 7. That is, I think, Friday. So if you register, you can make payment and pay 600 cedis by Friday instead of the 1,500. And then alumni, I'm sure they are aware, they have their own packages. Once you take a course, you become a member of the alumni, and then you enjoy, so much discounts on the next courses. This is digital marketing strategy, also 1 week, or this is 1 week. It's 100% virtual. When you are done, your certificate will be sent to you. The cost is 400, early bird is 250. But this course starts 29th May. I think I have covered everything. And all of them, there is what we call after training support for all the courses. So if you take the courses online and you feel that, okay, I want to do a one-on-one with somebody, or there's something I don't understand, I want to come physically, we have a digital marketing hub, so where you can visit us. And then once you book, somebody will be made available to take you through the thing. So yes, there is that interface online and then some face-to-face. I don't think anybody had the last airtime though. If you can give me.
Please, did anyone receive the last airtime?
But Larry, sorry, Larry, are you okay now?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I am.
Okay, someone is asking about qualification. Yes. So like I was saying, but I was in a hurry. Professional development courses are not academic courses. So there are no academic barriers to say you must have a first degree of this, but we believe a minimum of diploma will do, especially for the project and innovation. If you have a diploma, we are not going to demand that, but for you to understand everything and be able to practice it, you should be somebody who has worked for a long time or have at least a diploma. We will not require that, but for you to be sure that this is your class. For the profession, digital marketing, anybody, even SHS graduate, will make sure that you get it from the basics and then to get everything. People say, oh, it's 1 week. Yes, 1 week, but we'll make sure you get it. And then if after the 1 week you come back for any extra tutorial, it's free. Okay, Bernard Monti, kindly PM any of us, then we'll add you to the page. The cost, I think someone just said the cost is 250 for the digital marketing. Let me give you the discount price or the subsidized price, 250 Ghana cedis for now. And then the other one is 600, project management and project and innovation management, which that price you will never get anywhere I mean, in this world. So that is it. And then lastly, our courses are money back guarantee. If you are new here and you take any of the courses and for whatever reason you are not satisfied, you can call back for 100% refund. 100% refund. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Martin. So since I have 3 more airtimes to share, since the last one I just felt out was not received. Okay, I just realized someone got it. So then 2 more to go. So please, if you are ready, I'm spelling them out. Please, if you already received an airtime, do not try this one. 149103423391. 149103423391. Please, it's MTN. They are all MTN airtime, please. Maybe because we have a facilitator with the initials MTN.
Okay, one alumni member has got it. If you are proud.
Okay, so congratulations. Then we'll go to the very last one.
Please, for those who don't know, for you to reach out, it's *134*. I know a lot of people have forgotten, so.
Okay, so the very last one, then I'm sure we'll wrap up. 37143903596281. 37143903596281. Thank you very much. So whilst we wait for the confirmation of those who received the very last 2 airtime, we'll invite our lead facilitator to give us his final words. Please, the digital marketing strategy course starts 29th of May. 29th, please. So Dr. Fosu will give us his last words and then we'll wrap up.
Hello.
Hello.
Are we ready to take the final comments?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is this usual cliche people use so soon. Time has come to an end and so on, meaning that sometimes when you are enjoying something, that is when the time will gallop and bring proceedings to an end. I've been listening to all the discussion and I feel it should go on and on and on because even me, I'm learning a lot from what is happening. But sadly, we have to end somewhere and this is the time to end. So on that note, I want to say that it's been a very interesting session, as you can see. And as MTN, that's how he wants to be known. And MTN told us when he was with you. This is part of what IDMC has for its clients. It shows the ideology, the orientation of IDMC. It is not just about making money from people, but showing interest in what you can also offer, sometimes at no cost to people you deal with, people you depend on. And so very soon we will roll out other programs and we'll appeal to you to come and join in and sell IDMC, talk about IDMC to other friends, colleagues, wherever you go, because we are thinking first and foremost about personal development, people and careers. The world is becoming more and more challenging, competitive, and more of a struggle And this is the way RDMC is contributing its quota to support anybody who avails himself or herself to help build capacity to be able to face the world of work today and into the future. So on this note, I want to say a big thank you to the facilitators for today, starting from MTN himself, and then our professor, and then our colleague from UPSC. We appreciate your voluntary service, and I know that in the coming days, we may fall on you again for us to meet and do what we are trained to do. So, Madam Moderator, take it up and close all of us. I thank you all for coming. May God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Afosu. And please, those asking for the recordings, it will be sorted out and then you receive it. Thank you very much for joining. My name is Nane Kiana Queenin. Have a good evening.